going straight in on this one. Do please like and follow the page, be it my TikTok page or my YouTube page. Now, this guy, Paul Doyle, the guy that drove into the Liverpool fans who were celebrating a Liverpool victory. Just to recap, let's quickly go through this and I'll give you one of my usual opinions. Basically, Paul Doyle originally pleaded not guilty, has now changed that to pleading guilty. So basically, as it can be read, the man who drove his car into Liverpool FC parade crowd changed his plea to guilty during trial. Paul Doyle, 54, dramatically changed his plea before the prosecution laid out their case against him. Okay. The man who drove a car into a crowd of football fans celebrating Liverpool FC's Premier League triumph earlier this year has now pleaded guilty to all charges against him. Paul Doyle had previously denied the slew of offences relating to the horror incident on the 26th of May, which left 134 people injured. Thousands of people had lined the streets of Liverpool to enjoy the club's victory parade when a Ford Galaxy Titanium drove into the crowd at around 6 p.m. on Water Street. Prosecutors said that what should have been a day of celebration for the city quickly turned into chaos as dozens of football fans were left seriously injured due to the driver's act of calculated violence. And now, on the second day of his trial at Liverpool Crown Court, Doyle has changed his plea to guilty. Okay. It's got a bit more, but I was going to cut it there. Okay. Now, what interests me is this non-guilty charge, when basically there's video footage of this incident. You can see the car pulling up. From what I recall, obviously people would be irate and the car just drives forward and drives into people. It's crazy. It's a crazy watch and a crazy video. Okay? It's nuts. So how this guy can plead not guilty and then plead guilty? Well, I think he had to plead guilty because of the outrage. You know, people will be saying, hold on a minute, mate. How can you plead not guilty when you've blatantly seen driving your car into this crowd of people? That doesn't make sense. Okay? But moving it on, what really surprises me is that it seems, you know, some people are somewhat like giving this guy a pass, you know. Not giving him a pass, but, you know, it's like, you know, really and truly, they should have thrown the book at this guy. You know, they should have gone hell for leather on this guy, yeah, and gone in on this guy. But for some reason, it seems he's got a pass. Some are saying it's previous PTSD and things like that. It reminds me a bit of what's the guy's name? Let me get it up. Is it Luigi Mangione, the guy who, the guy who carried out that shooting? And because they think he's good looking, women think he's good looking, wherever it is, that he gets a pass. I think the same thing applies here, you know, because this guy, had this, you know, PTSD. They're saying he used to be in the army. It's like they're trying to give him a pass when really they should have been saying 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. People should be going in on this guy. So it's interesting why he gets a pass. And maybe there's many reasons why that is. You know, obviously, listen, I'm gonna cut to the chase. I'm going to tell you straight what I think it is. Because listen, anyhow, there was a black dude, African dude, whatever, If they did that, oh Lord, it would have been like what's happening up north when the northern people that happened to be English started attacking ethnic minorities after the Axel Rudy Barner when the Axel Rudy Barner thing popped off. People started reacting. It'd have been like that. It'd have been Tommy Robinson coming out all over again. It would have been mayhem if that was a person of colour. But anyway, we know this. So let's say people who happen to be ethnic and of the same mindset would know this. But anyway, let me get into a few of these comments. Yeah, some of the comments that have come up. Okay. Oh, here's one. Yeah. If people hadn't have attacked him and put him in fear of his life, then he would not have panicked and put his foot down to escape. What he believed to be certain death, huh? But see, prove my point. Certain death. He should have got 2 years suspended sentence. What? And he receives a written apology to every single person he hurt, asking for forgiveness. Thankfully, nobody was killed. That to me is just off key. I'm not even going to entertain that. Here we go. Here's a good one. Of all those defending him, wonder if he was of a different race, you'd be so understanding. The facts are he drove through a cordon into crowds of people instead of stopping. He carried on. I don't condone people attacking him after he drove through the crowd, might I add, but he's guilty. Exactly. People were injured and are likely suffering from the after effects of his actions. Correct. It's exactly the same as if he'd driven on the wrong way down the motorway and caused an accident. His intent was not malicious, but he injured people just the same. His intent was not malicious, you don't know that. But hey, oh gosh, he went the wrong way. He was clearly trying to turn around slowly as to get out of the crowd. The crowd attacked him and his car first. I would have done exactly the same. There was no need to smash his windows and try to drag him out the car. FFF, for fuck's sake. He suffers from PTSD, which would have been escalated with everybody smashing his car, trying to get him out. Let him go. Boy, must be someone trolling. In fact, the person... Listen, the crowd attacked him because he was, by that time, had driven through the crowd. So what do you expect? He drove through the crowd already. His car stopped and he started again, if I recalled. So that's why he got attacked after he drove through the crowd the first time. Make it make sense. People are crazy. Boy. And there's quite a few more. Everybody's going to play the mental health PTSD card. Exactly. I'll take one more, take two more, then we leave it there. Here comes the conspiracy nut saying he looks different picture. It looks like a different person in every picture. There was that as well. He did look different in the pictures, but that's, beside the point. They claim he's not of sound mind and get a reduced sentence, possibly. Right, so that's it really. But yeah, I feel he panicked in the first instance. Gosh. Listen, some of these people, yeah, I can see why. No, I'm not gonna. So I was gonna say, because obviously, it's TikTok, as well as it's got on my YouTube as well. So I'm gonna say that, but yeah. Oh, I just found a few more. Got to drop some of these before I go. I just think he took a wrong turn and panicked. Apparently, the police started to remove the road closure signs too. Gosh, he was forced to. He was told he would get longer in prison if he said not guilty, but will be out in a few months if he pleaded guilty. Oh wait, was that Lucy Connolly? He's still going to get years inside though, regardless of how he pleads. Yeah, he'll get sentenced for quite a while. But the fact is, it could have been worse. But obviously, the fact is, he drove through the crowd, so that needs to be dealt with. That alone needs a sentence. One more. Given nobody was hurt, can't see him getting a long sentence. That may actually be the case. They actually may do that. But hey, it is what it is. For me, we'll never know the intention. But hey, it's what it is. All right, later.